Hello there and welcome to my boat build project channel. My name is Panu and I am building this 15 meter or 50 foot liveaboard cruising sailboat here in Finland, where summer is starting to be here. Yeah, leaves are on the trees and it's warm and nice. But this video, it's gonna be a little bit special one. We are going to make a major milestone for the project, and that is the planking for the boat. So as you may know, this boat will have a strip planking and veneers on top of that, and then some fiberglass layers to protect all that. But now we're going to the mill to make those strip planking strips. And I decided a long time ago that I'm gonna have them made for me, so I don't need to plane and cut and mill them by myself. It's not very expensive compared to just purchasing bare wood, but we're gonna have a couple of special features on the planking. More about that later in this video. It's super exciting. I really can't believe that I'm there, but yeah. Now we're driving through this nice rural area of southern Finland to go and check out the mill. So here we are. This company is called Tunne Puu, which is translated to feel the wood. And they have a planing mill over here and a sawmill over there. And they are really specialized into making very custom stuff. So they have two different milling machines over there, and we're gonna check them out in a moment. And with the sawmill, they do kind of custom cutting for customers' logs or anything really. So it's starting to rain here, so let's go inside. It might be a little bit dark here, but this is the material we're going to use. It's 4 point something times 100 millimeters, and we're going to plane that into 2.8 to 90 something. So this is the stuff we're going to put in the boat eventually. And here on this side we have the first planing machine. And this is quite large, as you can see, but probably we're gonna use this one. It's a little bit smaller, but it has a better chip extraction because there's gonna be quite a lot of stuff we're gonna take out from this material. And comparing the machine I have in my workshop, it has only one blade, of course. But this one has 8, and this one has 5. So they can do several cuts per round. And of course the goal is to have just one cut and it's ready. So I think we're gonna take a little bit closer look of that first. Obviously these machines ain't new, but that's all right because these kind of machines, they are pretty much forever machines if you just treat them right. But the basic principle is, of course, we push the wood on this side and the material comes out from that side. And here in the first, there is a couple of rolls that push that material forward. And there should be, yeah, the first cutter is actually here. So that is a just basic planing bit. It cleans up the bottom. and then it goes into here. And now the bottom should be clean in this area. And then comes the side cutters. So there is a cutter on this side and also on that side. And there is Pekka, the owner. Yes. And he's just putting the blades in right now. So we're gonna have the rounded blades in there to make the shape for the wood. And when the side has been cut, it goes forward, and then there is 2 blades here on top side and on the bottom, and it cleans up the final shape and size for the wood. And then it comes out from here, and here is the bed for the outside. So yeah, a little bit more sturdy, and there is a lot of all these kind of adjustments in here, and you really need to know how to use this kind of machine before you try to do anything with that, really. But yeah, overall pretty simple, but a lot of adjustments. Then there is this another machine here, which we're not probably going to use today, but it is pretty much the similar, but it has 8 cutting faces. So there is additional side cutters here and stuff like that. So pretty hefty stuff. And of course the key thing with this kind of planing mill is the selection of all those blades. So here we can see there's countless amounts of different kind of shapes and sizes for blades that you can use and make, and they actually have a separate room there that they can make their own blades. So that is really the thing here, that you can pretty much order whatever you need. And the small warehouse section there includes all kinds of different special forms and shapes and sizes of boards and crown moldings and stuff like that. So many of old buildings have been kind of relying on places like this. You can't really get any of these special shapes and profiles from any hardware store, really. And here in the separate room they have machinery for maintaining those blades. So that should be kind of automatic sharpening station. This is manual, and this is actually a machine that you can make those profile blades with. So there's some kind of profile over there, and you somehow do the shape for the blade with this machine. So pretty much whatever profile you have or need, they can make it here. And yeah, there's all those cutters and stuff in here. So yeah, and of course the thing we're doing first here is the adjusting those blades on their final positions, and that is quite precise job. Of course there's 2 cutters in either of those sides, so they obviously need to be precisely on the same spot on both sides. So yeah, that will take some time, and then we can start making some test cuts and check that the final result is what we need, and then we're just gonna push them through. So we're now adjusting the profile. As you can see here, it's not in the middle. This side especially, it's too low. On this side we adjusted it upwards, and it's also too thick. There's at least 5 millimeters. Take more. So we're adjusting everything so we can get the profile in center on both sides and the thickness right. So a little bit of adjustments here and there. All the blades are adjustable separately, so there's a little bit of fiddling to do. Small adjustment still needed. As you can see, this is a little bit too high, I believe. No, this is actually too low, so you can see this edge isn't matching that edge, so we need to take this upwards so that these edges are on the same level. And on this side it is actually too high, so we need to lower it a little bit. So different.
Rupeaa olemaan jo lähellä. Lähempänä. Pitää sitä vielä mitä sanoo? Milli vai?
Se näyttää muuten aika hyvältä. Mä luulen, että se on nyt niin lähellä, kun se saadaan. Alright, after a little bit of fiddling, we are finally adjusted the blades so that they fit. As you can see, the joint fits, and if I turn this around, it fits other way around as well. So this is as close we can get it, which is plenty close. So this is good, and now we can start milling the material. The material is over there, that pile, and we're gonna push it through, and then we're gonna take it back on that other cart. Se ei varmaan niin hyvä, että loput lähtee hiomakoneella. Mulla on tossa toinen sämpylä, voin käydä kaupassakin. Joo, mä kävin siinä tullessa just. Time for lunch. It took a few hours to adjust the blades and the machine. Now I think we got it. A little bit of energy, and next we're gonna start the actual milling. It should be pretty straightforward. It's pretty automatic when you got the things adjusted, but still there's a lot of wood to kind of handle. So yeah, looking good, and very pleased that I can get this material ready to go with that shape. So it should make it much easier to put on the boat. We'll see. Summer ice cream. Oh boy. Now everything should be ready. We can start milling. I'll put some time-lapse cameras all over here and we'll see how this goes. And hoping to get the material to the shed soon. But yeah, now it's just work for a couple of hours. Whew, it is now done. It took around 3 hours to plane all this stuff and it looks great. Let's take a little closer look first. zoom in a little bit. So as you can see, there is now this shape, this half round shape, and they fit together quite well, of course. And it took a little bit time to get the position of this rounding right, because there's a lot of kind of adjustments in that machine. But eventually we got it, and it looks good. Now we can make the planking and they should fit together. And the reason and the idea with this is of course that the amount of epoxy we need to put in there on those joints is so much less compared if we had flat surfaces and there was always a gap between there. And it should also make it a little bit easier to put the epoxy in here, and it stays in that groove when you push the next one in. So that's the idea, and I think it works pretty well. We'll see about that very soon. And about this machine, I'm very pleased that I was able to come here and see this in action. I have seen these things only in images and I really didn't know how they work in general. But yeah, it's pretty simple, but there is a lot of adjustments and a lot of these knobs and stuff going on. And yeah, it looks something from steampunk movie or something like that. We didn't actually run this at full blast. There's a couple of reasons with that. First of all, we took quite a lot of material off from the wood, so the feed was pretty big with that rounding and also with the thickness. So we took with a little bit less than a centimeter off from the stock, so that is actually quite a lot. So Pekka didn't want to push it that much. And the second thing is that the chip extraction here is well, it's very, very powerful, of course, but the amount of chips coming when you take that much material off is huge, and it always can't keep up with that. You saw during the machining that he used this compressed air to push the chips away from there. But good thing about this, there is literally no dust in here. All the dust goes into that dust extraction system. And the noise with this machine was just huge, so hearing protection was really good thing to have. Well, you couldn't be in here if you don't have that. But yeah, really glad I got here, and I hope you liked to see this too. And that's it. I think I'll end this video right here. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for Pekka to allow me to come here and film this video. And if you are in Finland or in Nordics or somewhere around here, if you need something like this, custom-made profiles from wood for any project really, please go and ask him. He is very nice guy to work with. All the blades can be made in here. Everything is really possible. And with that bigger machine, all the complex profiles are possible as well. And yeah, one thing about the Patreon, this project is supported by my patrons, and I have to say that part of this material right here is now partially paid by my patrons. Thank you so much. You make it possible for me to continue with this project and for me to be able to do these videos as well. So thank you so much. And everybody, you should thank them to allow me to do these videos. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed yet, do that now. Give me a like, put a comment down below. And if you want, you can go and check out the Patreon page as well to support me even more. And during this summer, the planking will go forward, and I'm gonna have planking parties during the summer, kind of in several occasions. At least that's the plan. So if you are in Finland, Finnish guy, or wherever you are and coming to Finland this summer, please contact me and come to plank the boat with me. There are several ways to contact me with Facebook, Instagram, in this email address here, and I will announce the dates later. I still need to do something before the planking start, and I want to kind of have the system figured out before. So maybe in late June. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next episode where we start to finish everything before the planking. So looking forward to going along with this project. Bye bye.